Hi all, and welcome Noodlers. This is the Wholesale Real Estate Investing by SAHA number 207. I'm Paul Romero, and I am hanging out from beautiful South Lake Tahoe, California on this Freedom Friday, which is also Hawaiian Shirt Friday. And you might be saying, hey, where's your Hawaiian shirt? It's here. Trust me, it's here, but it's 3 degrees outside. Got to be having the long johns on underneath this stuff today. Yeah, we're going to have a high of 24 degrees. I hope you're someplace warmer unless you like this cold stuff. But yeah, high of 24 degrees today. That's going to be fun, fun, fun. So anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Hangout. I'm glad you're all here on this very first day of 2016. And the question of the day is, are you going to let 2016 be a repeat of 2015? We talked about on Wednesday, we talked about a sort of a quick little system for you to create a plan for 2016. And I'm going to reiterate on that just a little bit because you definitely want to have a plan. If you go into 2016 and you don't have a game plan and you don't have it written out and you don't have a specific end game that you want by the end of 2016 and you don't have it broken down into segments of what you need to do to get there, then as we talked about, the next thing you know, this year's going to be over and 2017 is going to be over and 2018 is going to be over and it's going to be the beginning of 2019 and you're going to be looking exactly like you are today right now if you don't have that plan, because you've got to have something to measure yourself against. If you're not measuring yourself against something, you're just running around doing, and it's not going to, you're not going to grow because you don't know where to grow. You don't know where you're doing good, you don't know where you're doing bad, you don't know where you need to improve, you don't know where you can, you know, uh, fire yourself and put somebody in your place, systemize something. You don't know where any of that stuff is if you don't have something to measure it against. So you've got to keep records and track of what you're doing, what's going on, and build upon that. And you've got to have a plan. You got to know where you're going. As we talked about the other day, if you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up not far from where you start. You might move, but you're not going to go far. You might move a lot, but you're going to do it in circles. You know, if you start right here, if you start right here and you start doing circles, and maybe you make a little bit of progress, you know, but eventually you're here doing circles, and wherever it stops, you know, whether it's here or 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 here, it's not very far from where you started, is it? But if you start here and you know where you're going, and even if you do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, you know, and you know, it goes a little zigzaggy this way and that way, and you know, you're not really going in a straight line, but you're still going, you can end up all the way over here instead of just right here doing your circles. So that's kind of why you want to have the plan. So what was the plan? The plan was to start today. Yeah, today's Friday. It's with the holiday and the end of the year and the week and the weekend or the climax. I just kind of got a little confused on the days here. So yeah, today's Friday. The plan was to start today. The plan was to take 2 hours this morning, find a quiet spot all by yourself, and think about what you want 3 years from today, beginning of 2019. And again, I'm going to reiterate one thing. 2019, 3 years away, you think ahead, you're like, 2009, this is 2016, 2019 is like forever and a day from now, right? Feels that way. When you're looking forward, it feels like it's way out there. I challenge you, though, to look backwards, okay? Go all the way back to 2013, 3 years ago, and see how it feels from where you are then to where you are now. And I guarantee you, it'll seem like just yesterday in 2013 when everything was the same as it is today. Look back again at 2019 and go, wait a second, that's only 3 years out. That was 3 years ago. That was like over in a flash. That's going to be here like in a flash. Okay, that's how it works. In fact, 2019 will be here even faster than 2013 to 2016 it took you to get here, because technology, the world, everything is moving faster, and that's going to come that much quicker. So with that thought, again, like I said, sit down today, 2 hours, find a quiet spot, tell everybody, hey, leave me alone for 2 hours. I got some work to do, and then I'll be done. You can have me the rest of the day, right? 100% attention for you the rest of the day. But I got to have 2 hours right now to myself. Get your cup of coffee, get your brain working, whatever it takes that you need to do that, and find your spot and sit down and think about one thing only. What do I want 3 years from now? Where do I want to be 3 years from now? In my personal life, in my relationships, in my spiritual life, in my mental and emotional life, in my, what's the other one? I think I got them all there. And in my financial life, okay? Financial life being personal financial life and business financial life, of course, if you have a business. If you don't have a business, get a business, because you need a business. If you don't know how to get into a business, look at network marketing. Give me a call here, and I can show you something about that. But regardless, going back to property noodling, if you're interested in wholesale real estate, give me an email here. I can get you started in that too as well. But regardless of that, focus upon what you want to have 3 years from now. Where do you want to be 3 years from now? You don't want to be in the same spot you are in 2000 at the end of 2015. You don't want to be here 3 years from now, because you know what? If you're here and the world's here, and in 2015 or in 2019 you're still here, and now the world's up here, you're in deep doo-doo. Okay. deep doo-doo. All right, so think about 3 years from today. 2 hours spend on this. Write it down. This is the key right here. Write it down. Pencil or pen, paper, write it down. Write it all out. In each one of those 5 areas, you can be broad, okay? Just in those 5 areas. And you can do this one of 2 ways. For some people, it's impossible to think huge and big and grandiose. But if that's the case, that's fine. Think in reality, in a little bit more reality of what you think you can actually have 3 years from now. What you think and feel right now that you can actually do and achieve 3 years from now. If that's the way you want to go, great, go that way. If you want, go big. I mean, really go big. Go so far out of the box that you think that there's no way in heck you could ever have any of this stuff. You can do that too. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. Just what do you want to have 3 years from now? And write it all down. And then when you're done writing it down, tear that paper out of the notebook, fold it up, stick it in your back pocket, put the notebook away, go back out to your family and friends and spend the day with them. But about at least 1 or 2 hours, somewhere within that, every 1 or 2 hours, I need you to get up, maybe when you go to the restroom, to let a couple of them beers go while you're watching the game, whatever the case might be. But about every 1 or 2 hours, get up, leave the room, find a quiet spot. Bathroom might be that only place. Pull your piece of paper out. Read what you wrote. Okay? Read what you wrote. Read it to yourself. Read it out loud if you can. And read it all day long today and hopefully you can do that at least 8 times today. Read that thing 8 times today, because you need to get this thought ingrained into your mind, that get yourself believing that you can have these things, that you can actually make this happen in 3 years. That's the purpose of reading this throughout the day today, okay? Tomorrow morning when you wake up, get your pen and paper out. Go find your happy place for that 2 hours. And tomorrow you're going to think about, okay, if this is where I want to be in 3 years, where am I going to need to be at the end of this year that's going to set me on a path to getting to that 3-year mark? Does that make sense? Okay. So you need to break it down now. Look at each one of these areas that you wrote about and say, okay, well, if I want this in my personal life, by the end of this year, I'm going to need to have this, this, and this in place, happening, being worked on, whatever, I mean, I have to be, by the end of 2016, I need to be signed up in dance class. because that's going to help me in my personal life. You know what I mean? Whatever the case is. I mean, it can be crazy stuff like that. You never know. You know, you might be talking about your relationships, and maybe your husband or wife, you know, used to be a really good dancer, and you've never gotten into that. And you want to improve your relationship, so you're going to go enroll yourself in a dance class, and you're going to get better at dance, so that you and your spouse can go dancing again and make them happy and make your relationship better. See what I mean? Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about here. 3 years from now, you might have said, you know what, I want to be dancing every weekend with my spouse or partner. You know what I'm saying? So there's your 3-year thing. Here's your 1-year thing. By the end of this year, I need to be enrolled in dance class. So now you can look at that and you can pass that on down the line. Maybe there's a financial factor that's holding you back from going into dance class, and or a time factor that's holding you from going into dance class. So now you can look at the other things, and you can see some of those other things that need to happen, that need to fall into place in order for you to be able to be enrolled in that dance class by the end of the year. Does that make sense? So now you can look at your business and you can go, okay, well, we're here now. I need to be, and I want to be here where I've got all this time and sorry, pain in the back, all this time and freedom, where I have all this time and freedom to be able to, you know, spend my time dancing with my husband or my wife or my girlfriend or whatever the case might be. And so if I want to be there, then right at the end of this year, I need to be, you know, have this much in place so that I can at least be enrolled in the dance class. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff ties together. That's the beauty of it. You take these 5 areas, which I'm gonna flip back the page for 1 second because, oh, here they are right here. Oh, that's the one I forgot. Yes, you take these 5 areas physically, okay? Your body. Where do you want to have your body and your health 3 years from now? Spiritually, again, I don't personally tie that specifically to religion. Okay, spirituality, I believe, goes farther, much beyond religion. So your spiritual life, mental and emotional, you know, the way you think about things and the way you feel about things. Where do you want to be in that area? Relationships, we just talked about that. You know, maybe that's a key piece in your life. Family, friends, husbands, wives, kids, whatever. Okay, and then financially, those are the 5 areas. All right, so you think about, they all tie together. They all tie together, and they all really do tie directly to the financial part. And that's very unfortunate, but it's a fact of today's world. Okay, the financial part is the piece that is stealing away your time and preventing you from doing the pieces that you need to put in place for the other 4, because you have to spend all your time out there earning the money in order to live and survive in this world. You don't have the time to spend and devote to the other 4 areas. So the financial piece is huge. Now, like I said, is that the most important piece? Maybe right now it is. Overall, of course it's not. The financial piece is just one of the important pieces. Each one of those other 4 are just important. But maybe at first that is the most important, because, as I said, it might be the piece that's preventing you from being able to devote any time towards the other 4 to improving in those areas. So it may be the most important piece to start with. Okay, you just have to understand that it is one of the important pieces, and it has to play a role in what you want in this world. That's all there is to it. So day 2, you pull out that piece of paper, and now you're looking at the end of this first year. Where do I need to be? What do I need to have going on in these 5 areas in order for me to be well on my way on a path towards achieving what I want to be in 3 years from now, right? So what you're going to do now is you're going to take the 3-year one that you created today. You're going to put that in your back right-hand pocket, and you're going to take the one that you created today or tomorrow morning, the one you create tomorrow morning for your 1-year plan, and you're going to put that in your back left-hand pocket. Okay, and now throughout the day, every 1 or 2 hours, same thing. Find yourself a spot. Only now, pull out that 3-year plan, glance over it real quick, give yourself a refresher of what you need to be in 3 years from now. Put that one away. Pull out the 1-year plan and go, okay, what do I really need to be doing at the end of this year? All right. You only need to pull out that 3-year plan maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the day, just as a quick reminder to where you need to go, you know what I mean? But every time, every hour or two, pull out that 1 year plan, look at that thing, read it out loud if you can, and know what your plan is for the end of the year. Get that one in your mind. Start believing what you have on that paper, that you can make these things happen. Okay, that's the key. Believe that you can make these things happen. Now, that's 2 days. We still got a Sunday left. What are we going to do on Sunday morning? 2 hours. Can you give up 2 hours? We're talking 6 hours out of, we've got 72 hours. I'm asking you to give up 6. All right. So 72 to 66. It's not that much. I'm not asking you to give up much. Okay. Anyway, 2 hours, Sunday morning, sit down, get your pad and paper, pull out your other 2 sheets, pull out your 3-year, pull out your 1 year, set them someplace over here where you can look at them, you can reference to them, and you're going to write at the top of the page over here a 30, 60, 90-day plan. Now you look at the 3-year, the 1 year, and you go, okay, where am I going to need to be in 90 days so that I'm working towards that 1 year, right? Work on that 90 days. And go, okay, so 3 months from now, I really need to be doing this, this, and this in my business in order to, start, getting some things tightened up, straightened out, organized, whatever. Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe in 3 months, maybe in 3 months, that, my business is really disorganized. Maybe I need to have in 3 months, I need to really have this thing organized so that it actually can function at a high level and start making me more money. Maybe that's your goal for 90 days, right? And then maybe, you look at your relationship goal now and you say, okay, well, I can't start taking dance class, but one thing I can do is I can start, saying good morning and giving my spouse, my husband or wife, a good morning kiss every day, first thing. Who knows? Maybe that's something you already do, but I'm just saying it could be anything. One little piece to start improving your relationship, something very, very small. Maybe it's just a matter of waking up and not being a grouch and just being kind of a little bit happy and smiley and not yelling at people. Whatever it is, one little thing. So look at where do I need to be working 90 days from now to start getting myself towards that 1 year goal, and then say, okay, now 60 days from now, 30 days from now, that's the end of 1 month and the end of 2 months to get to that 90-day goal. What are the things that I need to have happening, like right away? Okay. Like I can see right now looking at this 90-day on my financials, I need to be organized, right? Okay. Well, think to yourself, okay, well, what are the 3 places that I'm most disorganized, right? Okay. So then on your 60 days, say, okay, by the end of 60 days, I need to have, at least one of these completely organized and finished up, right? And then have the other 2 in progress. Maybe that's what you need to. Maybe that's it right there, right? So then you look back and you go, okay, so then at the end of 30 days, I really need to be close to getting this first one right here organized. And what do I need to do to get that organized? I need to do, A, B, and C over here in order to get that piece organized. So that by the end of 30 days, I need to have A and B completed in the organization of this one piece over here, so that I can complete C, going into the second month, and I can start on, number 2 and 3 of the 2 big projects over there. I've got 1 knocked out. I got 2 more I got to work on. So break it down into those fashions like that. And what are you going to do on Sunday? You're going to do the same thing, only this time you can put both the 1 year and the 2 year away. I'm sorry, the 3 year and the 1 year. You can put both of those away, put them back into your notebook, and just put the 30, 60, 90 in your back pocket. And every hour or 2, find your spot, pull out your paper, look at your 30, 60, 90-day goals in each one of the 5 areas, and read them out loud if you can, and get these things ingrained into your head. And then, by doing this, you'll figure out which ones need to be done first, and you'll start formulating a plan. And then come first thing new op day morning, guess what you can do? Which that'll be today's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, that'll be the 4th. New op day, the 4th day of January. What can you do? You can hit the ground running. You have a direction. You know where you need to go. You know what you got to do. And you can start going for it. You can start doing it. You can start working on it. You can start making time for it. Maybe Monday you got to take another day, and now you got to, okay, well, I spend all my time, at my business working, doing all these things that have to be done. But now I got to implement, figure out a way that I can squeeze in an hour a day or 2 hours a day or whatever it is, 1 day a week, whatever it is that I can actually just focus on doing, getting these organizational things done, because I know that these have to be done in order for me to grow my business. So I have to figure out a way to, let everything go, let other people feel, get the confidence that the other people can do it, that I don't have to be the one out there actually doing it. I have to release to them the responsibility of making it happen the right way, so I can focus on this and I can start building on it. Anyway, that's that. So with all that, everybody, I mean, it's the brand new year. Like I said, don't let 2015 or 2016 be a repeat of 2016. Create yourself an outline, a guideline, a direction, a map to where you want to go, to what you want to have, to who you want to be, all those things, and start heading in that direction. Get behind the wheel of that ship, and it's cranked all the way over to the right, and start bringing it back around, so you can actually quit doing circles and start heading straight. Maybe you got to jump in the water and do some underwater welding and put a rudder back on that thing because you broke it off and you're just drifting in circles. Whatever the case is, I'm just saying, you just got to get this thing, you got to get the ship righted, you got to get it pointed in the right direction where hey, I don't even know where it is. It's over there somewhere, but I know it's that way. It might be that way or it might be that way, but it's somewhere that way, and I'm going that way right now, and I'll figure it out as I go. That's how it works. So with that, I just want to say that if wholesale real estate happens to be what you're into, what you're doing, or what you might think you want to be into and want to be doing, send us an email to propertynoodlers@gmail.com. We are helpers. This is all about what we want to be, is people who are helping other people succeed. That's who the Property Noodlers are. That's what the Property Noodler system is. And as I mentioned earlier, like I said, it's not just wholesale real estate. We're looking for opportunities for ourselves to grow, to improve, to create wealth. And when we find good opportunities for ourselves, we certainly want to share them with you. So we do have right now 2 other great opportunities for, you as a real estate investor at whatever level that you're at. As you're at the starting level, we have the Property Noodler system. If you're at a high level where you are actually, a buyer that's buying properties, got something for you there too that is unique and different. And as I think I touched on this the other day about multiple streams of income. Having all your money tied up into a number of different real estate projects, creating, multiple streams of real estate income is not really being diversified and having multiple streams of income. That's a multiple streams of income from one market. Okay, you've got this coming at you right here. You got these, multiple streams of income coming at you right here, but you have nothing coming in from here and nothing coming in from here and nothing coming in from over here where these other markets are. And that's what you really want to develop, is you want to have multiple streams of income coming from multiple sources. Because what happens if you're all into the real estate market and something similar to 2008 happens, similar but different, that's going to affect how all of these rental properties that you're holding, are in your portfolio or whatnot. And the next thing you know, this is the only place where you've got these streams of income coming from, and the dam gets built and now you got nothing. But if you have something coming from over here and this happens and the dam gets built, You know, at least they're trickling water out. It's still coming. You got something coming from here, but it's not what it was. But you still got this coming in, and you still got this coming in, and you still got this coming in. So you're not dead in the water, right? You're like, oh man, okay, we got to slow this boat down a little bit, do a little bit of bailing, but we haven't sunk. That's what I'm talking about. So like I said, even if you're a real estate investor who's at the highest levels, who's got lots of money, who's buying properties, send us an email at PropertyNoodlers.com, because I got something very interesting for you that can open up another avenue of income for you. Okay, and it's very similar to real estate investing. Very similar. Acts almost just like it, only better. So higher, much bigger cash flow returns than wholesale real estate for the same dollar amount invested. Anyway, with that, guys, like I said, wherever you're at, Property Noodlers at Gmail. We're all about real estate, but we're all about building wealth, creating long-term wealth. So we've got other systems in place for anybody who's interested in building wealth, to taking their life to the next level, so that you can have, be, and do whatever you want, so you can wake up every day and have the choice of being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. I mean, isn't that what you'd love to have? When you love to have that choice? Hey, what am I going to do today? Well, let's see. I can do anything I want today because I don't have to worry about what it costs. I don't have to worry about having to go to work. I don't have to worry about any of those things. I can just get up and do whatever I want to do today because I want to do it. That's power. That's freedom. That's what we all want. That's what we're all about. We're all about it for ourselves, and we're all about it for helping others have it and achieve it as well too. So with that, O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. And I just told you what that was. Financial freedom for myself and as many people as I can help to find it as well too. All right, everybody, have yourself a great, awesome first celebration session of the new year, and do the test, build the plan, create, follow the little outline that I gave you here over the next 2 days. 6 hours. Come on, I'm not asking for much. 6 lousy hours out of 72. Yeah, I know you're going to be sleeping for 24 of those, but that still leaves you what, 48 or something like that? Yeah, that still leaves you 48 waking hours. I'm asking you to give up 6 of them. You still have 42 hours ahead of you if you give up those 6 hours, and reinvest that time into creating your plan for the next 3 years. And you know what? If you do that now, because there's people on here that were here last year when we were talking about this same similar thing, only in a lot more detail. And if you want more detail on how to do this, go back to last year's shows here and look at the outline we were laying out then. It'll give you a lot more detail on how you can do this. But this is just the crash course, the 3-day crash course. I'm doing it. But this is powerful. If you write it down and you start talking it and you start speaking it every day and repeating it to yourself, this will work almost just as good as everything we laid out last year. Okay. But the powerful thing is, for those who did this last year, right now, what they're doing, they're not creating the whole new plan. They don't have to put 6 hours in. They might only put in the 2 hours. Maybe they do put in the whole 6. Maybe they put in more. I don't know, because now it's even more intense. Because now, at the end of that first year, they're able to look back at what they put up last year and go, okay, well, look at this. I did excellent right here. I mean, way exceeded my expectations in this area. But over here, holy crap, I didn't do squat. In fact, I probably went backwards a little bit. Well, maybe that's an area that needs to be focused on this year. See what I'm saying? That's the measurability that this is going to give you. And you can, you don't have to wait till next year. What's awesome about this with the 30, 60, 90 plan is that at the end of that 90 days, what are you going to do? You're going to look back. You're going to see what you were actually able to achieve, and you're going to restructure and recreate the next 30, 60, 90 days so that you can continue moving forward. You can pick up where you fell off. You can do whatever needs to be done to continue working towards the end at 1 year goal. All right, everybody, have a great session. Do your homework, and we'll see you back here on New Op Day with a bright new outlook for 2016, a bright new outlook and a plan and a direction, so we're not repeating ourselves from last year.